So today, I just came across this iPhone page, the lock screen, and if all the iPhone users must have gone through this page, I think it comes in the very old iPhone. I'm not sure, but the good part is we see an image, we see some timestamp here, and the best part is I like this shimmering effect on the slide to unlock. So I did some digging and I found that there is a package in Flutter that we can use. And so today I will try to recreate this similar kind of lock screen, right? To get some background images, I went to this site and I downloaded this image. We can use it without any copyright issues, so you guys can also go ahead and download it. I will add the link in the description below. So let's get started. First we would actually install the dependency. So I would go here. um, Oops. Shimmer, yeah, and then the version is 2.0.0. We need to do one more thing, which is adding assets. So in Flutter we need to define where our assets live. So in this case it will be assets images, right? Let it build. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and create the directory assets, images, and I'm gonna copy paste my image that I have it on the other screen, so you guys won't be able to see it, but once I paste it here. Okay, so yeah, this is the image that we have, right? I guess we have all the dependencies. I'll do a refresh, it should work fine. Okay, so this is our dummy app. I'm gonna get rid of all the extra things here, so we don't need app bar. We don't need the floating action button, and even we don't need all of these. I'll create our own body. So right now we'll get started with that part. So in the body, before the body, I actually want, if you go back to the UI, um, we see that we need to get the timestamp. So this 1234 we can easily get from a date time library that we have in Flutter. The main part is getting the Sunday and the month, right? We can get a date and time from the date time library, as I said, but for Sunday and January, the strings are not present. So what we can do, we can actually define some, you can say an array or a list of some hard coded values which we can use. So I can just give it like string. This is little bit, you can say, I won't say hectic, but this is more like a very boring work. But yeah, let's get added to it. Tuesday. Please ignore if I make any spelling mistakes. Yeah, this is not supposed to be accurate as I'm typing by hand. I'm sure there might be some library that we can use, but I haven't explored it yet. So okay, so I guess we have everything here that we need. Now inside of this I'll create some variables. So we'll be making use of our date time library that we have. It basically returns us the current at present time. It gives us the month, the weekday, it gives us the hour, minute, and yeah, it gives us many more things, but we don't want to display anything except our day, month, weekday, hour and minute, right, in the screen. So I will store everything in a variable. We see we also get microsecond, but in our case we don't need to display that, so I won't be much concerned. Day in month. Okay, so we have all our variables now. So I'll get to the body part because we need to display it. I'll use a stack. So the reason being, stack provides me, if we go to the UI, as I said, always visualize this in a divide and rule format, right? So you divide this into widgets. So this is one widget, this slide to unlock is one widget, and background is one widget, right? But you can see how background is behind our timestamp, and also this text. So that means using a stack, we first place our background in the scene, and then we push time and other things on top of it, right? So we use a stack, and then we do a fit, stack fit dot expand, and then I will be giving children to it. So um, the first child would be our image. So in our case, it's assets images background dot, correct, and then we have to fit it, box fit dot cover, right? So that's our image. Let's refresh it and see if we see an image here. Awesome, so we see an image here. Let me get rid of this debug button. I don't like it here. So this is like debug, show mode banner false. I guess it gets rid of that, or debug mode. Or is it true? Okay, anyways, I might be using the wrong flag. So here, if we move forward, I will be making use of positioned widget. So I will position my first child, which would be top 48, right 0, left 0, and then I have my child, which will be center, and then again child column based. The reason for column based is, all of my children, the hour, the minute, they come in one column. So I want, if we go back to the image, I want this as a part of one column and then this as the other one. So I'll be using, wait, yeah, it should be widget. Okay, correct. And then here I will have first text. So I will do a string interpolation, with this one. So I need hour, which is stored in our variable. We need to check. So if it's less than 10, then we obviously show 0 first and then our hour, else we just show hour, right? And in this case, and the next part comes as minute. So if our minute is less than 10, we basically do, $0 minute, else we do $minute. okay, and then does this look good? Yeah, and then let's give some style to it. Style const text type, and then font size of 60, and then colors dot white. Right. Let's see if we see any text. Okay, awesome. So we see it's actually 1:29 a.m. in the night. So it's 01 because it's less than 10, and then we see 29 here. Now the next part would be in our column would be our the month, the weekday, and the date, right? So I'll do constant padding, edge incest symmetric vertical 4. Okay, and then I do text. So my text will be again dollars. So in this case I created a list of days, right? Which was this. So basically what I'll do is whatever day variable had, it will be -1 because it's 0 indexed. Array is always 0 indexed. And then I have months, month -1, right? And then after this I have day in month. So this is done, and then I give it a style. I'll use constant text style, font size 24, and then colors dot white. Okay, so this is done. Let me refresh this and see. Awesome. So it's Saturday and it's March 12th, so the data is correct. Now comes the point for our shimmering thing. So basically I'll give a positioned thing, and I want that in the bottom. So I'll create left 0, right 0, correct child. I will have center, and then I have child opacity. So basically I need it to be 0.8, and then here comes our child, which would be shimmer. I think I will need to import. Okay, so it was imported from colors, child, base. We will add all of these fields because these are the required fields. Before that, so I'll create, oops, yeah, and then I'll create like a row thing, because if we go back to our image, we have two things. One is text and one is this icon that we have, right? So this is in one row, so it makes sense to use a row widget. So I'll be using row here, main axis, size, it should be main axis dot min, correct. And then I will create children, so we will have two children here, const widget. Okay, so one would be our icons. So our first icons will be icons dot chevron right, colors dot gray, and then size of 24, correct. And then we give some padding, and padding would be edge inside symmetric horizontal 4. Oops. And then after that we'll have our text, which will say slide to unlock. Style would be text style, font size 28, right? And I think for the base color, let's give it colors dot black 12, and then highlight colors dot white. Cool. So I think that's complete. Let's refresh it and see Awesome. So you guys can see that we have a shimmering effect. Obviously, it's not gonna work right now because we haven't added any functionality for it. That being slidden or being sliding it, we move to the next page. But this is what we have here. I hope it makes sense. Um, but yeah, if you guys learned something and if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks everyone.